I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you're a returning subscriber, as always, welcome back, and I appreciate the support. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. This is crazy. I got a story. I didn't hear it. Maybe some of you have. If you're in Jackson, Mississippi, I know you heard of it, but it flew under the radar. And I guess it was overshadowed by, the situation with Tyree Nichols and stuff. But check this story out, guys. This supposedly happened December 31st, New Year's Eve of this year. Supposedly in Jackson, Mississippi, the police department received a call, a non-medical emergency, to where they were summoned to a hotel. When they get to the hotel, supposedly they encounter 43-year-old Keith Morrell, right? So I guess he's the one that made the call. When they get there, some type of argument or something ensued, and 3 officers are put on administrative leave. These are the officers that responded, and all of a sudden, this man, people got it on video, and this video will be probably the next big thing they talk about, where they're supposedly beating on him and tasing him. And then he dies in police custody. Now, a lot of the story is not out from what I've seen. I've been sitting here searching, and it's very hard to, locate it. But supposedly 43-year-old Keith Morrell, was taken into custody, and 3 officers are on administrative leave. Now, let me say this to you real fast. Well, let me read this to you real quick. The family's looking for answers, right? Before I get to that, the family's looking for answers. They're asking for the body camera. Now, this happened over a month ago. They're asking to see the body cam, the family. And Jackson, Mississippi police are telling them, oh, until the investigation is over with, then we'll release the body cam. It's been a month. And the family ain't seen what happened to their boy. It's crazy. But let me read this to you real quick, and it's wild. Check it out. 3 of Jackson's police officers remain on administrative leave during multiple investigations into the death of a man who died in their custody after reportedly being tased. The deceased is 41-year-old Keith Morrell. He came in contact with the officers when they responded to a call in the 500 block of East Beasley Road Saturday evening. According to the police news release, the officers successfully took the man into custody and called AMR, I guess that's like the EMTs or something, after he experienced a medical emergency. He was pronounced dead at the scene. WAPT reports that on audio from Broadcastify, a dispatcher can be heard questioning officers saying, quote, "There is a citizen on the phone that says you tased this person 4 times and ARM has not been called." The Mississippi Bureau of Investigation and the Jackson Police Department are investigating. The 3 officers involved are Avery Willis, Kenya McCarty, and James Land. What does that sound like to you? The way I take it is this. While he was on the ground and they was handcuffing, because I seen the video, and I'll leave you the link to the one of the news stories I seen where they had him on the ground. You could see him moving his feet, and they got the traditional knee on your back, and they got his hands behind his back. I don't know what was going on, but if you're getting tased and they're trying to handcuff you and all this other stuff, that's a very uncomfortable feeling. And let me say something real fast from having experience. Handcuffs hurt when they put them on you. They hurt. And another thing is all of this, people say, oh, well, why are you moving when they got their knee on you? Listen, most of these cops are big. And it hurts when they put their weight on you, especially when, you know, you can watch certain movies or certain live PD stuff. When them people make the cops run, or the cop gotta chase you in high pursuit and they get out the car and snatch you out the car, what's the first thing they do? Slam you real hard, put their weight on you, or throw their knee on you. And you know, it's a lot. We see that all the time. It's just emotion. You know, you made them run or whatever, and they do that. But I'm gonna tell you something. I want to break something down to you. I think a lot of times when they handcuff these suspects, that kills them. And it might sound stupid, but just think about it. Think about this for a second. When you get handcuffed, right? A lot of times they put their weight on you and they press you down. And true enough, you can't breathe. And a lot of people that sit out here and say, oh, they're always saying they can't breathe, or they're always this. You know, people that get arrested always this. Or listen, it's hard when you got 3 men over 200 pounds with both knees in your back, or one knee putting their weight on you. You know, with that excessive force stuff, and it pushes the wind out of your body. A lot of times you see, you can see it a lot of times on TV. They'll shoot somebody up. You know, a police officer, they give you the full clip, and then they go and handcuff the person. And it makes me think sometimes when I watch some of that stuff, I'm like, you know, I wonder if they could have survived if they hadn't got handcuffed and laid there in that position where their blood just pours out or pools inside their body with internal bleeding. And it's one of those things that people don't think about. The story of a 41-year-old, he's 41 years old, 41-year-old Keith Murriel. His name is Murriel, M-U-R-R-I-E-L. And it makes me think that, especially getting tased, you know, tasing got a lot of volts, and they're tasing you, and that thing is like running. I don't know how many volts and amps is in a defibrillator where they hit on your chest, but I've seen police in videos put the taser right near your heart and be tasing you and stuff. And I'm like, I know that gotta have long-lasting effects on people. Even if you can resist it, that shock, you know, because your body runs off pulses of electricity. And when you're getting hit with all of that voltage that's out of the norm, it offsets the balance of your heart rhythm and all that stuff. And I'm like, you know, I think a lot of people, you know, I think when they get tased, it takes years off your life. Now, I ain't never been tased, you know, but I mean, I don't think nothing good come out of that. Now, I mean, is it an effective tool? Yeah, I mean, it's a better alternative than a gun. But I mean, I think a lot of officers use that taser to inflict pain on people that upset them. You know, if you got 3 officers and you got a guy down there and you struggling to put the handcuffs on, you can get 3 guys can get handcuffs on a person on their back with their hands behind their back. Your arms don't even function normally. Like, I mean, I don't understand. But anyway, that's the story that's out right now, and I think it was overshadowed by the Tyree Nichols situation. But I just wanted to drop a little bit on there about that, you know, a little bit about this. Like, how many people you think died because they got handcuffed when they was shot, or like they was handcuffed and then tased while they was handcuffed, and you know what I mean, just laid on, you know, people put the weight on them and stuff. Well, I mean, people then really, you know, with the investigation, if you really went into it and looked at the cause of death, because the family hasn't got the cause of death yet, you know, for all we know, he could have had a seizure. They could have gave him the taser and he could have had a seizure. You know what I'm saying? Because that's common. That happens. Or he could have been having an asthma attack. You know, I remember my grandmother would have asthma attacks. She would be all over the place. You couldn't control her. Her breathing, you know, something was wrong. Because if you guys see the video, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Look at the video and you tell me something was wrong. Now, it might have been that they had their knees on the back. They're like big dudes. You know, but I mean, he was writhing in some type of pain. And my thing is this. If you arrested him, why didn't you have EMS coming? Just to cover your own ass. Okay, we got a medical emergency. And, you know, sometimes it's like this. Hey, you go there and they say, hey, you want EMS? And the person's like, no, no, no. It needs to be in the discretion of the officer to call EMS out. And then he can refuse the EMS. And that clears everything. I think, honestly, they got there. The guy was like, you need, probably was like, yo, you want a doctor? You know, I'm a macho. He probably was like, no. They was like, listen, you need a doctor. Let us call EMS. And he probably cussed them out. They was like, oh, what the hell? And they just, you know, it then escalated from there. That's what I honestly think. But I mean, we won't know until everything gets out. So everything I'm saying is just guesstimation. Don't hold me to it. But I mean, from what I seen in the video, he looked like he was in pain. And you know, when you're in a prone position and you're getting shocked with all them volts, man, I see nothing but a negative result on your body. And it could be devastating. Because they said he died on the scene. And you know, people watching it, you know, if he's dead, you know, they probably still had him in handcuffs dead out there. So it just made everything all more worse. But yeah, if any of you guys in Jackson, Mississippi, subscribers of my channel or whatever, and you got some information, drop it down in the comment section. I'll definitely be following the story to see where it goes. But man, this is sad. Another thing I wanted to say, it's funny how people die in police custody a lot. Right now, this person here wasn't in a police facility, but I'm in Houston, Texas, and I seen a short story yesterday that a gentleman had died in police custody in Harris County Jail. And what shocked me was, supposedly he was sick. He was complaining about being sick or whatever. He's the fourth one in a month. So the month of January, 4 people supposedly died in police custody in Harris County Jail. And I think it was over health reasons. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been locked up. Just getting something for a toothache or a headache, it might take 3 to 5 days or a week, if you even get it, after you filled out the paperwork. So that's not far-fetched to me. Somebody being sick and being hurt, and then all of a sudden, I mean, that happens in prison all the time, you know. But it's just more stuff. But the officers Avery Willis, Kenya McCarty, and James Land on administrative leave. Benjamin Crump said 20 days. Their 20 days time is up. They should have had this investigate. I mean, they got the body cams. He's right there. So, I mean, how hard is it to come to a conclusion of what it is? And them being on administrative leave that long makes me think it was something funny. Or they're trying to fabricate it to where, you know, because, you know, you can hear when somebody's getting tased on the body cam because they got the microphone on it. They trying to might try to be making it a certain way, you know. But we'll see, guys. Leave me a comment, man. Like I said, if you're from Jackson, Mississippi, or like you down there and you know more about the story than me, because I got limited resources of what I've seen, let me know, man. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Every Friday, I do a Friday night, 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We do a open forum live stream on my channel. Everybody's invited. This will be the 3rd one in a row. Starting off, I'm trying to start a thing where every Friday we do a live stream. I talk with you guys as long as you want to talk, and we'll take it from there. But the last 2 we did have been really good, and I know this 3rd one gonna be up because we got a lot of topics that we could talk about. But as always, guys, I appreciate your time, hearing me ramble, and I'll see you in the next video.